stream lessons, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It helps the cause, it helps the algorithm, and all of that good stuff. And if you want to find out more about all the cool stuff I use from Fishman, including the RS Spectrum DI and the Matrix Infinity VT Enhanced pickups that I have here in my Martin, click the link in the video description and check it out. So this is one of my favorite covers that Norah Jones does. I'm a huge Norah Jones fan. I think she's just such a fantastic singer, songwriter, musician. So I really wanted to teach this one today. This is found on her second album, Feels Like Home. The song is called Long Way Home, originally written by Tom Waits. Fun Jeopardy fun fact for all of you. So really, really great song here. Again, very beginner-friendly chords, which is great, but there's something here for everybody in this lesson. There's a really good little bass line thing that we'll be doing between the chord switches. And again, this song, 4 chords only, which is awesome. So have your acoustic guitar in standard tuning. If you happen to have an electric, totally cool too. She uses an electric when she plays this live. So electric or acoustic guitar in standard tuning here, okay? And as always, you guys know I like to ask a question before each lesson. So let me know where you are tuning in from and your favorite singer-songwriter. So where are you tuning in from and your favorite singer-songwriter? So this is The Long Way Home, originally written by Tom Waits, and this is the Norah Jones cover. So here we go. So that's the tune. Again, really, really fun. Only 4 chords, but how cool is that bass line underneath? It really keeps the train moving on this song. So really, really fun one. Really looking forward to teaching this. So let's go ahead and look at the intro here. Lucky for us, 1 chord here, all right? And this is where we're gonna be establishing that strumming pattern, okay? Including those bass notes, just really, really fun. So we're gonna be playing this with an A chord. Okay, we are in the key of A after all. So what we're gonna do here, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, okay? 2nd finger placing that on the 2nd fret of the D string. That note is E, that's our 5. You're gonna get your 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the G string, that note is A. And your 4th finger, 2nd fret of the B string, B as in boy, that's our C sharp, so that's our 3rd. So when we're playing an A major chord, right, the building blocks, 1, 3, 5, A, C sharp, E, and there they all are, okay? So we're gonna strum from the A string downward. That's how the chord should sound, okay, in our standard tuning here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the open A string first. That's it, okay? So open A string. And we are going to lightly up, or down and upstroke with that A chord, so. Just like that. Now, we don't want to dig into this, okay? We want the pick to do the work for us here. We want this to be very delicate yet affirmative, all right? Because we don't want to, that we don't want. Almost like you're playing a washboard, okay, if that makes sense. So, that's the first part. Part 2, open E string. Keep your playing hand, your fretted hand, where it is. Now we're going to strike the open E string. And then we're going to play the A chord again, okay? So when we play that E, that open E string, right, that's where we're incorporating the 5th in the bass, because in the key of A major, E is our 5. So we have that E note on top of the A chord. All right, so it's going to sound like this without the commentary. So we're going between the 1 and the 5, the A and the E in that bass, okay? So let's go ahead and do that here without the commentary. Let's take our time. Again, like you're playing a washboard, nice and light. Let the pick do the work for you here. Lightly scrape the strings, okay? Don't dig too much. So here we go. Without the commentary, just that A chord. Let's get used to doing this strumming pattern, because again, we're going to be singing this through the entire song. So here we go. just like that. A, E, A, E. Okay, so just like that, nice and light. Let the pick do the work for you, all right? So we're gonna be doing that in the intro 4 times. Now, once we get into verse 1, all right, we're gonna be doubling that. We're gonna be playing that 8 times, all right? So that A, 8 times. So just like that, okay? So once we get into the verse, it's gonna sound like this, and I'll play it through and then we'll talk it out, all the chords. And this is where we're gonna see all of the chords in the tune, all right? So here we go, nice and slowly here. This is the verse. Really beautiful, awesome song. So we're going to repeat that A chord 8 times. Then we're going to do this really cool walk up from the A major to the F sharp minor. So when we are talking about, hey, what key are we in? We are clearly in the key of A major here. We are walking up to our 6th chord, which is our minor chord, F sharp minor. So here's how we're going to walk up to that. From that A chord, we've played it 8 times. Now, from that open E string, right, we're going to do this walk up from E to F sharp. So E, open E string, don't have to do anything, right? First finger on F, first fret of the E string, and keep that first finger engaged, moving it up to the 2nd fret of that E string. That's your F sharp, and that's where you want to land. Why I'm having you continue using that first finger because we need to build the bar to make that bar chord, right? Notice, all I did was flatten that first finger to create the bar, okay? So I'll talk you through it. First finger across all 6 strings at the 2nd fret, okay? So just like that. Now, notice how you can't see my thumb, right? My thumb is tucked in the back of the neck, all right? Towards the middle of the neck. Now, if my thumb was all the way up here, notice how my hand begins to shrink. So we want that thumb in the middle of the neck. It's going to allow our fingers to really stretch the way we need to play this chord nice and clearly. So from there, as we do that walk up, E, F, F sharp, we're going to get ready to engage the rest of that F sharp minor chord, 3rd finger, 4th fret of the A string, that's our C sharp. And then our 4th finger here, it's another F sharp there, 4th fret of the D string, okay? We're pressing through with that first finger, and if you need a little help, our 2nd finger isn't doing anything in this chord. So if you find you need a little bit of extra pressure, you can use your 2nd finger. I know I do that sometimes too. So pressing through, 2nd fret of the G string, that's our A, 2nd fret of the B string, it's another C sharp, and 2nd fret, the E string, high E string, that's another F sharp. So we're going to want to play all 6 of these strings. For my beginners, I know this one can be hard, but keep working at it, okay? A little bit at a time. Practice it every day. So there's that F sharp minor chord. That's how it should sound, and how we are going to alternate with the bass line like we did with A, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to start on the C sharp, which is where our 3rd finger is, the 4th fret of the A string. So we're going to do this. C sharp, up, down, right? Up, down, strum. We're going to keep it the same. So C sharp, and then we get to play our F sharp here, 2nd fret of the E string. So that'll sound like this. And then we just leave it there, right? With the C sharp, and then give me another up, down strum there, all right? So with the A chord, I'll play just a couple bars of the A chord leading up to the walk up into the F sharp. It sounds like this. Okay, so that's what's happening there. So we're going from C sharp, up, down, F sharp, up, down, up, and then C sharp again, down, up, and from there we're gonna go to our D chord. All right, and lucky for us, that's the only bar chord we're doing in this song. All right, so how to play our D chord here for my beginners, you're gonna get your first finger here, second fret of the G string, that's A. Second finger, second fret of the E string, that's our F sharp, and then our third finger here is going to be on the D note, third fret of the B string. Now, we're gonna do that same picking pattern, okay? Except we're gonna be picking some different notes over a different chord. So what we're gonna do here is open D string, up, down, up, and then our A string, down, up. So, in context, coming from the F sharp minor, that D chord will sound like this. And then we'll play it through a couple times. So here we go. Pretty quick move. So we're going to play it through a couple times here. I'm going to do 2 measures of A with the walk up to the F sharp minor and then into the D chord. So let's go ahead and do that together. 2 measures of A. Walk up, F sharp minor. To D. Do that again. Okay, so just like that. So there's our D chord, right? D, F sharp, A, 1, 3, 5. Awesome. Let's now go to our E. So how we're going to do this, first finger, place that on the first fret of the G string, that's our G sharp. Second finger reaching up, second fret of the A string, that note is B. And then third finger, second fret of the D string, that note is E. E, G sharp, B, 1, 3, 5. There they are. So that chord should sound like that, all right? And now how we're going to do this. Open E string, down, up. Then we're going to strike the A string, but we're playing a B note here, right? Second fret of that A string. Striking the B note, down, up. Okay? And we're going to do that once. So, in context, I'm going to do those 2 measures of A again, into the F sharp minor, our 6th chord, into D, our 4 chord, to E major, our 5 chord. All right? So here we go, nice and slowly here. Do that one more time, a little quicker. 2 measures of A. Now here's where things get really interesting, and this is really fun. We're going to be doing another cool walk up here, all right? What we're going to do here is we're going to play that A chord one time. D chord. Let me show you how to do that. So we're going to go back to our A chord, playing it as we did. All right, open A string, down, up. Then we're going to do a walk up from B to C sharp to our D chord. All right, so what we're going to do here, that B to C sharp note walk up, first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, that's our B. Then you can get your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the A string, that's our C sharp. And then we play our D note, open D string, and then have that D chord ready, down, up. Okay? It's a little, it's for beginners, this might be a little tricky. Let's just go through that. From the A chord, B, C sharp, D. Do that again. Let's do that one more time. And then we're going to continue on here with this D chord, right? We already played the open D string, D, then the chord, then guess what? Go and alternate. Play that A. So that's its fifth. Repeat. So in context, it shall sound like this. From the A chord, just like that. So let's go ahead and play through the verse so far. I'll start with, to cut things a little short, okay? I know there's usually 8 measures of A. We're only going to do 2. So here we go from the top, and I'll call out the chords. A, F sharp, to D, E, A walk up, to D. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again without the commentary. Here we go. Do that one more time. Here we go. Then we're going to continue on here, going to our A chord, A, E, E, chord, A, chord. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now let's start from the very top of the verse. Let's go ahead and include the full 8 bars of that A chord, all right? So here we go from the top. I'll call the chords when they're coming, all right? So here we go, A. We're going to do this 8 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, walk up, F sharp minor, to D, E, A, walk up, D, to A, to E, back to A, and give me a good hard stop at the end right there. Okay, so that's how they end verse 1. So let's go ahead and do that again. 8 measures of A, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, walk up, F sharp minor, D, E, A, walk up, D, A, E, A. Hard stop. There it is. So that's verse 1. So we go to verse 2, guess what? Exactly the same. Exactly the same chords. The chord progression, for those of you curious about the Nashville number system, we are in the key of A major here. So A is our 1 chord, F sharp minor is our 6 chord, D is our 4 chord, and E is our 5. All right. right, so 1, 6, 4, 5. We see this progression in so many songs, including this Tom Waits tune. Again, really, really great chord progression. And as always, if you guys are enjoying these lessons, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. It does help the cause and helps with the algorithm and all of that good stuff. And I know I always get questions about what kind of Fishman gear I'm using for these lessons, so be sure to check out the link in the video description to learn all about the Aura Spectrum DI and the Matrix VT Enhanced pickups that I've got here in my Martin 00017. So for more information, click that link down below. Okay, so we're going into a verse 2, then after that, directly into verse 3. So the only thing that's different with the ending of verse 2 as well as verse 3 is we don't have that hard stop of the A chord at the end. We don't have that at the end of verse 2. It goes right through into the third verse, and guess what? The end of the third verse goes directly into the solo. However, the solo starts with an E chord. So I'm going to play through the solo here. So this is the solo section. It's going to start with E, and I'll go ahead and call it the chord. So E to D to A with the walk up, D to E. So I'll play through that again without the commentary. This is going to be our solo part. There's a beautiful little flute section, all right? So here it is. Then we go right into verse 4. So I'll show you how to play that. So E major, right? We've got that striking the low E, up, down, up strum, and we're going to do that twice. E, plucking the B note, down, up, E, down, up, B note, down, up. Okay, so it'll sound like this. Then we go to our D chord here. No pivot points between these two chords, but that's okay. Helps with our switching. It's all right. Switch to your D chord here, striking the open D string, down, up strum, to open A string, down, up strum. And we're going to repeat that twice. D string, A string, D string, A string. We now move to our A major chord, okay? Same strumming pattern here, open A string, down, up, one time only, okay? So then from there, we do that awesome walk up, right, from the B to the C sharp, B, second fret of the A string to the C sharp, fourth fret of the A string, then leading into our D major chord, okay? So open D string, down, up, A string, down, up. All right. From there, the last chord in the solo section, bring that first finger back to the first fret of the G string, then completing the E major chord, E string, down, up, B note, down, up. All right, so just like that. So I'll go ahead and play through the solo part nice and slowly, and then we'll go ahead and build a little speed. So here we go. And hard stop. All right, just even you could do just the E note or strum the chord. I'll leave that up to you. All right, so that's what's happening in the solo section. So then we have a verse 4, awesome, same chords that we did, A to F sharp minor to D to E, back to A with the walk up to D, and then the A chord to E chord. So that's happening in the verse 4. All right, so to give us context here, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to play through verse 3. I'll cut the 8 measures of A, I'll just do the 2 bars, all right? And then I'll go into the solo section, all right? So let's go ahead and do that together here. Here's our third verse. So here we go. 2 measures of A. to E. Verse 4. Let's do those 8 bars. 5, 6, 7, 8, walk up, F sharp minor, D, E, A, walk up, D major, E, for A, sorry, now E. Now this is where our outro appears. So what I really like, so we end on that A chord, right? We're gonna include that walk up with the B to C sharp to our 4 chord of D. And then we go to A. To our 5 chord of E. To A. Then we repeat that. Walk up, B, C sharp, D, to A, to E, repeat, walk up. A great little outro. I think it happens 3 times, but it's like kind of a 70s fade, so it fades out. So you can play that as the outro as many times as you'd like. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's do, let's go ahead and do that solo into a quick verse 4 and then an outro. All right, so here we go. Here's that solo. E to D, A walk up, to E. Now, 2 measures of A for the verse. I lied, I did a few extra, it's okay, F sharp minor, we're live, all good. D, E, A, walk up D. Now to the outro, A, E, A, D, E, A, E. Again, a really, really fun song here. It's really, really great for the beginners who are watching, okay? A little something to get you out of your comfort zone, really, really fun. Again, wishing you so much success in your musical journey. This is always so much fun. Thanks to the folks at Fishman for having me, and thanks to all of you, and happy playing.